Hi, this is Tracy from GiftBasketappeal, and today we're going to be taking all of this stuff to decorate this vase. So let's get started. So I feel like every time I go to my mom's house, I find these really cute containers, and this one is just a little bit different because it has a dip right at the very top. There's a little dip in there. So I wanted to see what this would look like once I put Mod Podge on it. Of course, I'm going to be using my white gloss paint to paint the outside. And this is the inspiration behind it. It's these really pretty napkins. It says, "Life is a journey," and it says, "Enjoy the ride." So I thought that would look really nice Mod Podged onto this container. And then I found these really pretty flowers from Dollar Tree. The pinks that'll bring out some of the little bit of a blush pink in the napkins. I thought I'd throw some white in there, maybe. I'll have to see what it looks like. And then there's this little pretty pink butterfly on this bouquet. Real pretty. And then I got some more cattails, and these are, they look almost like a blush pink, almost like a beige or blush pink color. So I thought those would be pretty to add to this container once we get it decorated. And then I found some bling, just a little bit of bling I'm going to add to my container. So I think this is going to turn out really pretty. Okay, so I'm going to start out by painting my container. And I'm just going to use my white paint. And I usually add 2 coats to this. And this glossy paint has really good coverage on it. But I like to do 2 coats just to get it really covered on there. And it makes the artwork on the napkin stand out even more. I'm going to let the paint dry in between coats, and what I do is I try to let it dry for at least 20 minutes in between coats so it's nice and dry before we start adding our Mod Podge. Okay, so now our 2 coats of paint is dry. And so that's what it looks like. I always go for the 2 coats before I end up putting on the Mod Podge. So let's take a look at these napkins. And these are 2-ply napkins. And let's see, they come in a pack of 30. So imagine the number of projects you can do if you want to do several of these and give away as gifts. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just cut out just these pieces right here, right along this line here. And I just love the saying on here, life is a journey. So I'm going to Mod Podge it, and I don't mind if it goes off on the sides, that's okay. The sides of this is a little bit rounded, so that's fine. So I decide if I want everything covered, if I want to cut out another little strip and maybe overlap it, you can do that too. If I want to come all the way up to the top, I can do that. So there's just so many different options. So for right now, I'm going to need 2 of these, one for the front, one for the back, and then I'll figure out what I'm going to do with the sides as I go. Okay, it's going to be around the sides. I'm just kind of testing it out. And oops, I forgot to take off my back layer here. because it is 2-ply, so you really want your artwork to stand up and you don't want it to bubble up. That's the other thing. So what I do is I just wet my fingertips and then I just kind of rub the sides here gently, and then you just pull off that layer. Okay, and then I have to decide whether I want something on the ends here. So let me just show you. And this is just depends on your preference. I can take Enjoy the Ride and just put it right there, and I think it would fit. So I'll have that on the sides and then a whole one like this. I think that'll work. Okay, so you can cut these napkins up any way you want. Okay. All right, let's see. I think I'm gonna put this the front on first, and then maybe put on the sides. Let's see how this would work. We put on the sides first. Anything left over on there will just overlap because I really want the front to be the main focal piece. So, yep, I'm going to put on the sides first, and then we'll come back and put on the front. Okay, and I want you to see this. Just starting at the top here. And you can do this to a jar or even a bottle. Just up to you. So I'm just initially smoothing it, and then I'm going to take my saran wrap. Just kind of dab out all of the wrinkles. Or at least most of them, because I kind of like the wrinkles. But if you want to be really meticulous with this, you can just kind of keep smoothing it out and the wrinkles will go away. And that's our first layer on there. And I'm going to go ahead and do the other side. Look how pretty that looks. It looks so professional too. I really like that. Okay. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and do this other side here. And for the Mod Podge, as far as handling it, once it's on the container, I like to leave it at least 30 minutes to maybe an hour to just initially dry without being too damp for you to handle it. But I like to give it that 24-hour drying time, especially when you start putting on the top coat and everything. And if you notice, I'm leaving this part here. I might go back over this little part right here that's white. I might put some bling wrap on there. So stay tuned. Okay. So far, so good. It actually looks really good, just like this. Okay, and it's time to put the main part on. That front part. I'm going to remove this for now. This way. Actually, you know what? It could go either way if you wanted to. Go that way. It's all how you look at it. Or you can go that way. Okay. Go ahead and spread this on here. I've been having so much fun with these jars now that almost every clear jar I see now, I feel like it needs something. So put some along the sides since it's going to come off of the sides a little bit too. So I want to make sure. I'm just going to start at the top there. Just like that. And why it's not really adhered to it, you can kind of pull it a little bit just to make sure that it goes on okay. I'm just lightly brushing this. Very gently. Smooth those sides on there. I think I need a little bit more Mod Podge along the sides here. Okay. I want to spread this with my fingers. So I'm going to just go ahead and smooth this on. Take out some of the little wrinkling there. And look how pretty that is. You just transformed the container. And I'm going to go ahead and do this side, and then I'll be right back to show you what the next step is. Okay, so now that everything is adhered to the container, I'm going to go over it with 2 coats of Mod Podge just to get it nice and sealed and protected. So I usually put on 1 coat, let it dry for about 20 minutes, and then 15 to 20 minutes, and then I put on another coat. But it all depends on how heavily you use your coats. So I try to make it so that it has enough to be protected. And yes, it has wrinkles, and guess what? Like I say, it's okay. I'm not striving for perfection, so I just want to share ideas. Oh, I like that. I just want to share ideas, not striving for perfection. Okay, because guess what? Life is a journey. Enjoy the ride. So that's what I'm doing. I'm enjoying the ride. And I'm enjoying this ride of being able to share. And hopefully at the same time, inspire and encourage. I love this. I might give this to my sister for her desk. She's got a little workspace, or I might end up giving it to my daughter because she has a nice little workspace at work and she wouldn't mind having this in her desk. Or I might just go ahead and make several of them. And I will post the other ideas below in the description box so you can see that. But there are so many possibilities with these Dollar Tree napkins. I mean, really, I see them as art. Okay, that's the first coat. I'm going to go ahead and put on another coat. Then we're going to go ahead and decorate it with some bling and put in our flowers. Okay, so this is all done as far as covering this and getting this nice and Mod Podged on. I don't know if you can see the little bit of a sheen to that, which is really nice. So it's very smooth. I'm really loving it. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit of this bling wrap, and this is it's diamond wrap from the Dollar Tree. And so I'm just going to cut off just a little bit to go right around this little groove right here. The little edge that's like right in there. So let me just go ahead and measure this around. Okay, it's about right there. I'm going to just cut it off. There, and I just want one of the strands on here. That's the nice thing about this diamond wrap, is that you don't have to use the whole thing. Okay, and so what I'm going to do is, let's see, I guess it really doesn't matter, but I'm going to start right here. Somewhere in a corner here. Oops, don't do that. I got a little bit heavy-handed with that hot glue. And I'm just going to fit it right in that groove, just to add a little bit of pink. Super easy. And if you want to add some of this into this area here, you could do that too. It's fitting in there really good. Let's see, I'm going to just go ahead and cut that off. I'm just adding that little bit. It looks so pretty. And so what I decided is that I'm going to go around the bottom here with just a little bit. Let's see how many strands, just to cover up that white. And you don't have to do this. You can leave it the way it is if you want. Let's see. I think I'm just going to do 2 strands. I'll cut it in half. And the nice thing about this is that you can use it again. You can cut it up however you want. That little bling really looks good. I'm going to start back here again. This bling wrap really adheres well to just about anything. That's why I think it's so popular. And if you had a room where you wanted a theme going on, imagine you could use all of these napkins and just create different things, whether it's a wine bottle or a small candle holder, container type thing. You can really get fancy with this and decorate an entire room just using this type of theme. All with Dollar Tree napkins. And look how pretty that is. Just adding that little bit to certain areas. And now if I wanted to go and add some strips of bling to here, I could do that if I wanted to add something here, but I think this is enough for me. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and put this in here. And what I could do if I want is adhere it to the bottom of this. Just put a little bit of glue on there and just let it kind of sit in there. Put some glue on this one and let it sit right on top. Okay, and then just add my flowers in, the fun part. Make sure you have a wire cutter on hand to cut your stuff off. Wire cutter here. And this has a little pink flower that'll go with my bling. The nice thing is you could pull these out and change them out, make them, change out the flowers and put different flowers in for different seasons. See, I like that. That butterfly is so cute. And I'm just kind of filling this in and then going back and putting stuff in around it depending on how I want it to be, since I have lots of flowers. And these are so cute and just so delicate. Let's see how much I want this to come out. We'll see if this will work. No, I actually want these to be closer in, so I'm going to cut some of these off. And I want these to look good from whatever angle. So separating them really helps you to really see if everything is evenly distributed. I like these little blades of grass kind of sticking up like that. Okay, and these I want a little bit closer in. I actually have some extra leaves here, or petals, that I'm going to use and just put on there. Stick this right in there. See, I'm using everything. Any petals or leaves that I have left over from other flowers, I just use them all together. Who's going to really know? I knew these would come in handy at some point. Put some more in there. This looks nice. I want it to be nice and full, so I'm just taking my time and putting these in here. These Dollar Tree flowers are really, I mean, they're just as good as any other of the flowers, you know. You just have to pick the right ones, but to me, these are just as good. You just have to kind of look around and see what would work and what looks elegant, and you can just about do anything with these, any decorations, which is why I like to I like to use these in a lot of my projects. So I'm going to put a few of the white ones in there just to kind of break up a little bit of the pink. Let me go ahead and add. See, I'm creating my own flowers, you know. So don't throw away those leaves and flower petals. You could always use them for something else, which is pretty nice. See, if this one doesn't go on, I probably won't use it, but I'll try to get that on there. Okay, so for this one, it doesn't really work. So let's just put the flower in there. Just add that little bit of white in there. Oh, I am really loving this. So pretty. With the butterfly. So this is going to be the front part, that part with the butterfly. Let's see, I'm going to add a little bit more white over on this side. And then I'm going to come back and show you what it looks like. Okay, so it's all done and I'm super happy with the way it turned out. Look how pretty that is. And I just filled it with a bunch of flowers just to tie in everything, the artwork and everything, and just adding that little bit of bling at the bottom and around the top here just adds that, just that little touch. And so who would not love this sitting on their desk? Just a reminder that life is a journey and to enjoy the ride. So just like crafting is a journey, so let's enjoy the ride together. So I hope you like this video, and please go ahead and subscribe if you haven't done so. We have an amazing crafty family with so many wonderful people. I know I've met so many of you just through the internet, you know, so I'm really, really excited to share this with you, and I hope you liked it. So comment below, and I'll be seeing you soon. Bye.